guys! I hope you guys are having a great break. Well, sort of break. And I hope you guys are keeping up with all of your schoolwork. I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I hope you're doing all right. So today I was kind of thinking about what I personally was struggling with over this break. And I thought that maybe I would use that as my topic for today. So I've picked a coloring book and a coloring sheet in it, and I have crayons. And I'm going to talk about remaining optimistic and having a growth mindset. So I did a little bit of looking for things to talk about, and I found 25 things to help you improve your growth mindset. So we're going to talk about as many as we can in the next 5-ish minutes while coloring. Okay, so the first one on this list is to acknowledge and embrace your imperfections. And this isn't really applicable to what we're going through right now. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But it's applicable in all your day-to-day lives, because sometimes it's hard to try and not be perfect. But it's better to just embrace who you are as a person and love yourself anyway. Okay, next. Okay, it says view challenges as opportunities. So I definitely consider a lot of things challenges, and it's hard for me to look at them as opportunities, and I'm sure it can be hard for you guys too. But okay, specifically with this situation, if you're having like a boring day, think about like all of the wonderful stuff that you could be doing and kind of go off of that. Like use it as a chance to be productive, or at least try to, or go outside and have fun, you know? Okay. Try different learning tactics. So I know I've been struggling a little bit keeping up with schoolwork, and so I've been texting my teachers nonstop and emailing my teachers nonstop, which is definitely a new learning tactic for me. And I'm sure you guys have had to get pretty creative with how you guys are going about your regular school stuff. So I'm sure this is a growth mindset opportunity for all of us. Okay, next. That one's kind of boring. Replace the word failing with the word learning. I like that one. I think that every mistake you make is an opportunity to learn and grow. And I think that one's just a good one to think about. Stop seeking approval. Yeah. It's hard to not look to other people to seek approval, but really, you only need, like, your own approval, and, like, obviously you should still strive to be your best, but you could be, like, I've always seen references to this with, like, food. You could be, like, the best pie in the room, and there would still be somebody in the room who just doesn't like pie, you know? That was kind of weird. That's okay. Okay, so value the process over the end result. This is very, like, enjoy the journey, not the destination. So think of everything you do as an opportunity, and don't worry about where it's going to take you. Enjoy, like, what you're learning. Like, enjoy the moment you're living. Don't try and think ahead too much, because it gets overcomplicated quickly. You know? Okay. That one's not my favorite. Celebrate growth with others. I really like this one. I think having people that you can celebrate with and, like, talk about your successes with without having it to feel, like, forced, or, like not having to hide things from people because for any reason. So, I don't know. I'm all about them support systems, you know? Okay. Emphasize growth over speed. I think this one's really important just because sometimes it's like hard, like you'll look around you and see all of what your friends are doing, and you might not be going at the same pace as them in your life with anything, and I think it's important to remember that that's okay, that everyone works at their own pace, and sometimes, like, it's just, you know, sometimes the latest flowers to bloom are the most beautiful. I think that's a quote from Mulan. It's like really close. Not verbatim, but it was really close. Reward actions, not traits. Like, I don't know what I was trying to say. We're gonna move on. Redefine genius. Okay, wait, there's an Einstein quote that's like, never judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. So, other people may not always understand how smart you are because it just kind of like shows in different ways than other people, and that's totally okay. And it's important to be okay with that. I'm gonna skip a lot of them. Oh wait, okay, let's skip to the last one, okay? So this one says take ownership over your attitude. And I think that's really important because, like, it's important to have a good attitude, or try your best to always have a good attitude. But it's also important that if you don't have a good attitude, you kind of own up to it and be, like, self-aware of the fact that you don't have a good attitude, and think about what you could be doing in that moment to fix your attitude. So, like, it's okay to have a bad attitude, but make sure you look at it and you think about it and think about what you could be doing to fix it, and then take the effort to fix it. So always just be aware of that. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going on a couple more until I finish this one flower, because I'm really vibing with this flower right now. Okay, but that was 25 in case you're wondering. Make a new goal for every goal accomplished. And I think, have you ever, like, finished a really good book, or, like, finished a series that you've, like, a Netflix series that you've been working on for a really long time, and you kind of just sit there and you're like, wow, what do I do now? I think it's important, like this says, to kind of, like, make a goal. So, not necessarily, I don't think Netflix was the best example of that, but, like, okay, so say you ran a mile, and you're like, wow, look how fast and impressively I ran that mile. But then you kind of want to be done with the mile, but you need to, like, make goals farther than your mile. So, like, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Just make sure you're always, like, looking for opportunities to better yourself, and look for opportunities that will help you grow as a person. So every time you complete something, just make sure you're looking for your next opportunity, and you don't just stop, that you're always growing and still trying to be better. I'm almost done with this flower, and it's a very pretty flower. Pink. I want pink. Okay, so this is probably like my last one. Place effort before talent. So, raw talent is an important thing, but what is more important than that is to put effort into it. So we've all heard that, like, that story about the tortoise and the hare, and they're running a race, and because the hare is so, like, naturally fast, everyone assumes that the hare is going to win, and the hare really assumes he's going to win. And then he doesn't, because he's so confident in himself that he falls asleep, and he's like, wow, I can take this big long nap. And the tortoise is just putting so much more effort into the race than the hare is. And so the tortoise wins. And that's the whole story, but simplified. But I think it's important to know that the effort you're putting into activities will pay off. I promise. Okay, so I finished one of my flowers, and we're at like 10 minutes. So I'm going to show you my flower, and then I'm going to be done. So thank you for coloring with me. I'm going to finish this entire page tonight. It's going to be great. So thanks for listening, guys. Bye!